Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday, or at least it is Thursday for me. So I know that I said in my previous video that my next video would be a training vlog, a week training vlog, but my training weeks are 6 days, and I also want to post a new video every 3 days, so that math just doesn't work out. Anyway, so the point of this video is just going to go over how my training week is structured, what I'm trying to accomplish with my training, and also some body goals of mine that I have. I'm going to a secret destination with my family in 5 weeks. It's a surprise to my mom, and I'm just scared she somehow stumbles across this video and the surprise is ruined for her. So anyways, I'm just gonna keep a secret for now. But anyways, so I also want to be really transparent and like journal this experience, not just to share it but also to refer back to one day and just see what I did and what worked, what doesn't work, because I'm not a registered dietitian, fitness trainer, anything like that. So this is all just my experience that I'm sharing. It's not like recommendations or advice or whatever. Please do your own research and talk to a health practitioner or a certified trainer or any of that. This is just for entertainment and maybe a little bit of information, I'm not sure. But anyways, so I just want to be really transparent and like what really worked for me, what didn't work for me, what I actually am going to do to try and accomplish in a healthy way. I still want to be an athlete, so I'm not going to try not do anything that's detrimental to my health to the best of my knowledge. So my goals are basically to get to a certain weight but still have a really good low percentage body fat, not just for aesthetic reasons, but I think it just helps with performance, that what you're carrying around is something that's helping you in your sport, which I feel muscle does, and fat can kind of hinder you a little bit. And also I also want to be really transparent. Weight and all of that is a really big thing in martial arts and in MMA and all of that. So if you are really sensitive to that, it's not that I'm saying that this is a good weight and this, if you are not under this percentage body fat, then you can't be an athlete. That is not what I'm saying at all. Weight and all of that is just a really big part of the sport, and that's just the reality of it. So I'd like to just be transparent and say, hey, this is the reality of what an aspiring MMA athlete has to do in order to perform on, like, hopefully an international stage one day. Anyways, so my goal is to weigh around 64 kilograms. I'm weighing 66.7 grams at the moment, so not a really like 2.7 kilograms, but also in the next 5 weeks I want to drop my percentage body fat by at least 1%. So I'm currently at 20.5% body fat. I would really like to be at a secret destination at 19.5% body fat. At the moment I'm using InBody to like track my results and all of that. So at Planet Fitness, at any of the gyms, you're able to do that. So every Saturday I'm going to be getting a new InBody scan and like compare what I'm doing. So obviously I'm going to try and retain as much muscle as I can, and the best way to do that is to do like steady weight decreases every week. So I'm going for 400 grams a week, and it might be that I'm losing a little bit more than 400 grams in the first 2 weeks just because of like water retention and all of that. But what's really good about the InBody scan is that there's a place where it tells you like how many liters of water is in your body. So at the moment I have 38.8 liters of water in my body. On Saturday, that's what the scan said. So let's lose 800 grams, but the scan shows that I'm 38.1 liters of water now, so I've lost 700 milliliters of water. Then I know it's not that I'm losing a lot of muscle, it's water retention that I'm losing. So that's what I really like about the InBody scan. I don't know how accurate it is or any of that, but I feel like if you're using the same consistent thing to measure yourself, I feel it should be fine because it has the same margin of error the whole time. Yeah, so that's my plan. So to lose 1% of body fat, I think, if my calculations are correct, that I need to lose a total of 660 grams of fat, around there, to lose that percentage body fat. And yeah, so this is what I'm doing. If it turns out that I need to be losing more, then at least after this 5 weeks, I know what I did wrong, what I did right. I should eat a little bit more, I should eat a little bit less. So yeah, this is just like kind of documenting that experience. Also, the in-body scan told me that my basal metabolic rate is 1,515 calories. So at the moment I'm eating 1,520 calories because I'm taking that as my maintenance calories that I need to eat to maintain my weight. So if I'm eating just a little, like 5 calories more, just make it a little bit of an easier number to track. What I'm doing at the moment to get my 1,520 calories a day, so I am tracking macros. So I'm doing 35% protein, 35% carbs, and 30% fat. So that's what I'm doing to make up 100%. I hope that math is correct. I will correct myself if it's not. So that's what I'm eating, and that's the macros that I'm using, and I feel like that's what makes me full. It keeps me full and like still allows me to perform at the gym. So how my week works is I do legs twice a day. So I do Mondays and Thursdays I do legs, and then Tuesdays and Fridays I do upper body. On Tuesdays I do a push day, and on Fridays I do a pull day. I just do it that way because it helps with my MMA training. That's just the best way that I've found to structure around my MMA training. And I'm also doing loading and reloading. So loading and reloading, so you do, how I'm doing it is 3 weeks of loading and then 1 week of reloading. So for 3 weeks, increase my volume. So week 1 I'll have 5 sets and 5 reps at 75 1 rep max. So obviously you need to test your 1 rep maxes for exercises that you can. Then week 2 I do 5 sets of 4 reps at 80% 1 rep max. Week 3 I do 4 sets of 3 reps at 85 to 90% of my 1 rep max. And then week 4 is my reloading week. So then I do 3 sets of 5 reps at 60% of my 1 rep max. And that just, I think, is the best scientific way of gaining strength and hypertrophy. I do want to put on some muscle in my legs. In my in-body scan it says that I have over the normal amount of muscle in my legs, but I don't think that that is true, or at least it doesn't look like it. So I think need to go a little bit more over in my muscle mass in my legs, and definitely decrease the fat that I'm holding on to my legs. It does say that my leg fat or whatever, like the amount of fat I'm carrying in my legs is normal, but I definitely want it to be under, just of the way that I carry my weight in my legs is not very aesthetically pleasing to me. So yeah, I'd like to improve that, and definitely I feel it will improve my quality of life, because I don't wear shorts because yeah, I don't have the confidence. But anyway, so that's how my gym is looking. And then obviously I'm doing MMA. So gym is, I love gym and all of that, but I've never been a person who can just gym. I need to have a reason for gymming, for performance reasons and competitive reasons. That's just what keeps me motivated and interested. Otherwise I just don't go to the gym. It is what it is. So my MMA training structure is not really, I can't decide that part because it's classes that I join. So Mondays we do boxing, Tuesdays we do kickboxing, and then Wednesdays we do wrestling. And all of this is like boxing, kickboxing, and wrestling is for MMA. So it's not a typical boxing class, it's not a typical wrestling class, it's for MMA purposes. So yeah, it is very practical in the a sense, and we are being coached by pro MMA athletes, which makes it really, really fun, because it's guys that have actually, you know, been in the cage and experienced it, and are like having us learn from their mistakes and tips and tricks that they've like seen and like done over the years and in their own training as well, which is super, super cool. And then on Thursdays and Saturdays I do open mat for jiu-jitsu. So that's just normal Brazilian jiu-jitsu open mats, where you go, we do 10 rounds of 5 minutes a round. So that is really intense. It breaks me kind of, but yeah, it's really good for the fitness and the stamina and like your muscle endurance. So yeah, and obviously jiu-jitsu is quite a big part of the, obviously a big part of the ground game in MMA, and I really do enjoy it, because yeah, you have to be a little bit like conniving, if that makes sense, like try and set a trap and try and not fall into other traps. So I really enjoy that part of it. If you guys would like to stay up to date with how not just my MMA training is going, but also like my journey of trying to lose body fat and do kind of like a recomp in my body as an athlete, just stay tuned, and I'll be keeping updates in my vlog on how this journey is going. And yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and then you'll see more of me.